Okay. Hi, everybody. No. Okay, today. Okay, hello. Now, everyone, just want to let you guys know that today our seminar, right, we will cover chapter 1 and chapter 2. But of course, we are not covering every single part of it, lah. I hope you guys understand because it's only 1.5 hours. So, I will give you guys the guide. I will guide you all how to prepare your revision for the exam, and also I will give you some like tips to study for your exam. Okay, is it okay? Now, before we start, just want to confirm that all of you, do you guys have the notes with you? The notes is this one. Wait, do you guys have the notes with you? Come on, everybody. I hope it's a yes. Now, no matter you are using the PDF version or the physical version, I mean the hard copy version, I hope that you guys are having the notes with you, okay? For those who use the PDF, means you just download the PDF file and then you just look at it like that. Can I encourage you to take a few pieces of papers? Paper, draft paper or line paper or whatever paper, or even your notebook, okay, your notepad, because later we're gonna write some, we're gonna do questions together. So just want to let you guys know the flow for today's seminar is, within this 1 and 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, we will go through the very important thing called checklist. So I want you guys to look at your nota. You can see I do a isi kandungan, very short one. I will briefly go through the exam format. Okay, you all know the exam format. I know. I understand. You are very smart one. But I just want to give you guys some some idea and suggestion, okay, about the preparation for the peperiksaan, okay, for the exam. So yes, we will go through the exam format, and also this is the new thing. This is the new thing. We prepare a revision checklist for all of you. So checklist, right? Checklist is like you need to check all the things before you go for exam. So the moment you finish all the list of stuff, then you double check, everything, then you tick. So it's like a checklist, it's like a reminder, because a lot of you, I realize that student, how you prepare for your exam is read textbook. I mean, it's good to read textbook, but some of you read without a purpose. You just read, lor. And then you thought that you read a lot, then you go for exam, not thought you cannot perform. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you still can't score because you only read, but you don't know what you're reading. Are you with me? So that's why we give you guys a checklist so that you check and see, after I read chapter 1, do you remember all these things? If it's a yes, then good lah. If it's a no, then I think you need to change your study method, or maybe study again, or do something else. And then we will focus a lot on latihan, like learning the answering technique. And I will also share with you how I study through doing exercises. It's a habit, it's a thing that we need to practice. Because I understand when I'm young, from 1, from 2, that time, I also do the same thing like you all. Like, I will just read, lor. Read textbook before go for exam, read nota, lor. I just reading. But then my marks is still very low. 40 marks, 50 marks. I don't dare to fail my paper lah. Some of you will think that, teacher, you got 40, 50 a lot leh. Yeah lah, of course, my mom will whack me, guys. I scared. So that's why I study. Yeah, later I will show you the way how I revision using the latihan activity. Okay. And also the K-bar question, I want you guys to write down there. K-bar question is, this year we didn't photo step for all of you, because we want to make your life easier. So we QR code. You know it's QR code, right? You scan the QR code and then you can read the K-bar question using your phone. So meaning when you go makan later, you see, if after seminar you will later go for family dinner, or I don't know what you guys doing later. So you can study outside, okay, while waiting for your order, food come. Then you can read K-bar question, the question and the answer. Okay, so we want to make your life easier lah, And also we want to save the paper, okay? Stop, save the world lah, huh? Recycle a bit lah, huh? So we put QR code. Okay, so why I'm emphasizing this to you, because guys, protect your nota. Keep it in a safe place, nice place. Don't kena water. If you kena water, the QR code gone, then gone already, you know. You know, the ink smears, and then you know what I'm saying, so you jaga lah, huh? Okay, so yeah, let's look at the exam format here. I just want to emphasize a few things. Your exam paper is 2 hours, one paper, but that once that particular the SEJ paper is only one paper, but one paper you have 3 parts. The bahagian A is the objective question, everything you need to answer lah. This one you all know lah. Bahagian B is the 4 structure question. Also, you need to answer everything. Okay. And each question is 10 mark. So total 40 marks. Bahagian C is 2 questions, but you need to answer 1. 2 questions, but you need to answer 1. Now, I want to highlight one thing to you all is, for the structure bahagian B, structure question, normally, you guys know got 4 questions, right? Inside the 4 questions, they also will further break down into A, B, C part, correct? So you can just remember like this. Soalan, 4 soalan, we have normally for the structure question is 2 to 4 marks. Are you guys with me? I'm correct, right? Most of the time, your structure question is 2 to 4 marks, minimum 2 marks, maximum is 4 marks, right? Got 3 bahagian, okay? I believe you guys know what I'm saying, Then for the bahagian C is 6 marks to 8 marks. So why am I emphasizing this to you all? Because if you attended my normal class, okay, all of you, I believe most of you here, I think you attended my physical class, right? Or maybe my online class. Okay, so you know, I always tell the student, you need to answer, you need to memorize your notes, 2 to 4 marks, 2 to 4 points. When there's a very, you know, when your nota, when the context in your textbook is a lot of points, a lot of huraian, you cannot finish everything. Can I encourage you, don't waste your time for that particular one part. If you got enough time, if you plan your study plan well, okay, you can memorize everything, good for you. But some of you here, you don't like sejarah, and then you last minute study. Can I really encourage you? You study 2 to 4 points for all the huraian and fakta, 2 to 4 points. Why? You see, if you look at the bahagian B, the structure question, maximum is 4 marks. So if you give me 2 to 4 points, you still get full marks. Now, how about in essay, 6 to 8 marks? So you give me 2 or maybe 4 points, you still get marks. It's better than 0. It's better than you just leave it blank. That's what I want to encourage you guys. Don't just focus on one part and then you give up the rest. Please don't do that. Okay? Sometimes your teacher give you the tips is good, okay, then you focus more on that, but you still need to study the rest. That's what I want to remind all of you. This is something that you need to practice starts from now. Because or else you always rely on the tips, you just based on you feel like this is very important, you memorize, then habis lah. What if the question is asking you another thing? Are you guys good? So that's why I want to encourage you guys. Okay, I will prove it to you later. Why I say that you need to study, like, you need to cover everything lah. Try your best. Don't just focus on one particular part. Okay, now everybody look at page number 3. This is the revision checklist. Okay, now I know some of you may think that, well, teacher, why you give us a question? So are you trying to say is like, you know, a lot of people, they ask me, teacher, so many teachers will confirm ask this. No, I'm just giving you an example. Like normally in chapter 1, 1.1, this section here, these are the questions that your teacher will always ask. Normally lah, like they will ask you about the Maksud Alam Melayu. So do you still remember Maksud Alam Melayu? Your chapter 1, 2, 3, 4 is all about Alam Melayu, and chapter 1 is the introduction. So what is the meaning of Alam Melayu? Remember, Alam Melayu is a place, not a human, not a thing, not a it's not a situation, it's a place, a location, an area. So you need to tell me Alam Melayu is where? Okay, the island and the land at Southeast Asia. So remember, gugusan kepulauan dan tanah besar di Asia Tenggara. Yeah. So if you remember that, then put a tick. Then you don't need to waste your time to go and study everything again. So you see, this checklist is to is to cut down your workload. You right now, guys, really, you don't study everything. Okay. Okay, I know some of you will say, then teacher, I don't understand how to revision. Now you see, if you know this thing already, you know what is the maksud, you know the istilah lain, you know, is there any other name for Alam Melayu? You know all these things. You know the geography perspective, you know the bahasa perspective, you know the budaya professor, what did they mention about Alam Melayu? You guys remember 1.1, then it's time to jump to the question. So let's say you don't remember, you remember the geography, all these professor, they mention what country. Again, they mention a lot of country. I didn't ask you to memorize everything. But remember I say 2 to 4 points. 2 to 4 countries. Okay, ma? 2 to 4 countries. Suhaimi is the one that mentioned Madagascar, Taiwan, all those. Correct? Yeah, 2 to 4. Then for the bahasa, language, you guys know lah. What language they speak? Bahasa Melayu. So for the leader called Sultan Taktir Alis Jabana, he did mention that why BM is so popular back then. Why bahasa Melayu digunakan secara meluas? Why back then people use BM oftenly? He mentioned 3 answers because number 1, Malay people, they love to travel. Alam Melayu people, they love to travel. Germa Belaya, correct? And then Malay language, sifat sederhana, is moderate, is not that difficult, is easy to learn, mudah dipelajari. See? All these are the answers. Mudah difahami. All these are the answers. So if you remember all this, then you don't need to read. Example, to be honest with you, among these 3, the one that I really cannot remember is actually budaya. I don't remember the budaya Dr. A. Aziz Deraman, what he mentioned. Okay lah, then this is the moment you go and study. And remember, you study this particular part only. Okay? I guess good. Sorry, what did you say? Find the video. Are you referring to the seminar video? Now, the seminar video, you can refer to YouTube channel. YouTube channel. TTC YouTube channel. Okay? So everybody, are you guys with me? Your chapter 1.1? Your chapter 1.1, your Alam Melayu. Yeah? Can I? So you guys know, you can check from here. So from here, you know, okay, let's say you're not so sure with the professor, or if you're like me, okay, I really not good with budaya, then you go and study budaya only lah. For the rest of it, let's say all of you, you are good with this, then it's time to do latihan. Okay? But we go through the whole chapter first. We go through the whole chapter checklist. Only we go to the latihan. Now, for the Alam Melayu first, chapter 1.2. 1.2 here is talking about how Alam Melayu. Like, as you all know, Alam Melayu is a place. And there are a few kingdoms started at Alam Melayu. I believe you guys know all the kingdoms here. But 1.2, they normally ask in the structure question, and they love to use the map. Can you help me to put the stars there? They love to put a map there, and they will give you some unknowns on the map, like A, B, C, D. Then they will ask you what are the kerajaan located at A, B, C, D. That's what I worry the most. If the question is like this, please state the kerajaan di Alam Melayu. Easy peasy lah. Easy peasy lah, right? But sometimes your school teacher will give you the map. Oh my god, I have to remember that. So yeah, you need to agak-agak know their location. So for your context, Kedatua Gangga Nagara is Malaysia, gang. So you just remember Malaysia lor. Then you see, remember Funan Champa? Funan is at I want to say, yeah, nearby Cambodia, is it? I know Angkor is Cambodia, but Funan is nearby there. Myanmar or Cambodia there. Around there. Then Champa is Vietnam. Remember Champa is the Vietnam one. Very long king. The area is very long one. So you need to go and look at the map lah. Okay. So guys, remember Funan Champa is the older generation. I call them old is because of what? Because of KFC uncle. KFC ma, remember? So Kedatua Ganga Nagara KG is weight. This is how I teach the student. Hey, you guys also got give me the idea before. Malaysia, we all love something sweet. We eat obesity lah, okay? So you say you just remember lah, be very heavy lah. Yeah. We eat very sweet lah. Yeah, which is a fact. It's a truth. It's a fact, it's a fact. Okay, next one. Srijaya Angkor Majapahit is the young people. Since we got the old people, so we also got the young people. We call them Sam. That's how I remember. Okay, so you need to know how they started the kingdom and then where they started the kingdom. Now, guys, just want to let you guys know, starting a Kerajaan kingdom is not like, oh, okay, I got the government, I start. No, first of all, you need to have pertempatan, a location. So for the first part here, can you see? Jelaskan kewujudan kerajaan, right? You need to tell me that we must have a pertempatan, we must have a location, and the people staying there, housing area. And then they slowly do pelabuhan business trading, and then develop, it becomes a kingdom. That's how the kingdom starts. See, you need to find a place to stay, and then start your business trading, because you need the resources to survive, what? And then the kingdom starts. And these are all the kingdoms here. And 1.2, they normally like to ask you the location and then the government center. 1.2 lah. Normally they started nearby the river, remember? And then the government center, Hapura, all those things, then the timing is the 1st century, 2nd century. Are you guys good? So this one normally in the structure, don't worry so much. They don't ask in essay. The one that asks in essay is 1.3. Now, for those of you who haven't received your notes, or maybe you are using the PDF version, can you please tell me to screenshot? So that after that you can highlight or whatever you want to write down. So far, everybody good? If you are good, press 1. Come on. If you all are good, press 1. Thank you. No question, Now, for those of you, if you want to ask question, or you feel like I'm very fast or whatever, press 3. So that I will slow down. I mean, yeah. Understand? Okay. Okay, good. Then let's go to 1.3. 1.3 is the part that a lot of people, they spend a lot of time to memorizing this part. First of all, I'm so sorry that 1.3, the title here is wrong. Can you guys help me to slash it off and then write down the correct answer? Kerajaan Alam Melayu yang masyhur. Okay. Now, we total have 7 kingdoms, and you need to know for the 1.3, right? We can break down into 2 parts. Your teacher will ask you why they are so prosperous and famous and strong. Kemakmuran means prosperity, glorious era, means they're very strong and famous. Why? What makes them so strong? Why? How? When? Who? You need to use all the what 4W1H. You learn your English essay, right? Yeah, it's time to really practice all these skills. So a lot of times, students, they spend their time in this category, in this part. Am I right? Some of you right now, you're also memorizing the 1.3, and then you memorize until very long. And then you realize that shit, I got 4 chapters need to exam. Are you with me? You got 4 chapters you need to cover in your exam, but you spend too much of your time in this one part. That's why, guys, it's time to study smart. Now, I want you guys to use your common sense. Think about it. All these kingdoms, right? They are all Alam Melayu. and they are all under right now we are learning their Kemasyoran. Kemasyoran means what? They are very prosperity, very strong, right? Then you need to tell me, normally a kingdom is strong. They are strong in what? What did they do? Like what makes them so strong and famous? Normally the king will do something. What did the king do? Anyone wants to try? No? Okay, think like this. Normally a kingdom is getting stronger and bigger and prosperous, rich. Normally it's no, I'm not asking you the king how what is their character. I'm asking you what did the king do? Yes, thank you. The king will start to Mollusca empire, expand the kingdom. Did you realize one thing? The king will start to attack, take over other countries, and then they will start to develop the perdagangan. Do you guys agree? Normally, a country, they are very strong, is because of the king is expanding their kingdom, take over, building up a big empire. After that, they earn money, trading, become rich and prosperous. And number three, when there's an enemy trying to attack them, the king will defend, mempertahankan daripada the ancaman, avoid the ancaman. Correct? Avoid and stop the ancaman. Number four, sometimes they are religion. Example, Sriwijaya and Kedatua, they are very famous in religion. The reason why they are so strong and famous is because they share religion, agama Buddha. So everybody, I don't know whether you guys realize this or not, but this is how I study sejarah. Okay, maybe because I'm more experienced, I older than you guys, right? So let me share with you, this is how I study back then. I realized that there's a lot of things I need to memorize. And if you just read it one by one, it takes up a lot of time. So what I will do is I will find the pattern. Okay, I realized that most of them, they Mollusca Empire. Okay, then right now, what do I need to memorize? I need to memorize who is the king. Who? Funan is Fan Shimen. Champa is Shebonga. Kedatua, no king. So no need to memorize. Ganga Nagara die already. No need to memorize. Sriwijaya. Sriwijaya is the famous king is Sangra Makhanan Jaya. Angko government Jaya Vamandua. Shuya Vamandua. Majapahit. Oh, Majapahit I already forgot. Let me think. Majapahit is Raden Vijaya or Hayam Wuruk. Either one. See? I also cannot memorize everything, but this is how I do it. I don't memorize everything, like Funan, what did they do? I don't memorize like this. I know that this is what they will do. Then right now I focus on who and maybe where is the location. They take over where. Is there any other special things? That's how I score. And remember I told you, you cannot memorize everything. 2 to 4. Raden Vijaya is for the Majapahit, right? I kind of mix up with the Raden Vijaya and the Hayam Wuruk. Which one is the first king and the famous king? I think is Raden Vijaya. I think is the first king, right? And then I forgot already lah. So you see, I also need revision one. So that's the thing here. Okay, everybody. But I share with you how to prepare your exam lah. So now, Merosot. How about Merosot? Can you guys tell me why all these kingdoms, they all downfall? Merosot means downfall. Why they will fall? Because something happened. Invasion, correct. Number one. The reason is because sebabnya. The reason is always because of serangan, attack. Someone attack. Peranan. Peranan means what? Sorry, I don't understand your peranan. You are referring to the king. Are you referring to the king? Or serangan? Okay, serangan, attack. What's the second thing? Did you realize one thing? Every single time, why the enemy able to attack your kingdom? Because the king died, correct? Yes. Kematian Raja or Raja Mangkat. We don't use the word meninggal dunia. Everybody agrees with me. So this is the moment you need to start to see, which one? Let's say you really cannot remember, then it's okay lah. You cannot remember already ma. Let's say you go into exam and then your teacher suddenly asks you Majapahit, you can't think of any, they'll just write these two. Try your luck. Better than leave it blank. Are you guys with me? This is how you should study, okay? Now, 1.4. Now, 1.4 is talking about Alam Melayu Kingdom. You know we have 7 kingdoms in Alam Melayu. And do you know that when these 7 kingdoms, they started and become glory and prosperous, we are also having outsiders. They both exist at the same time, sezaman, at the same time. So you need to tell me what are the kingdoms at Alam Melayu and also what are the kerajaan luar that exist at the same zaman. Like in the first century, Alam Melayu, we have Funan. Then how about the outside out there? What are the kerajaan luar? We have kerajaan dynasty Han, kerajaan, kerajaan something else. So you need to remember that for first 9 and 14. And you need to know what is their relationship. Like, why do we need to, like, you see, the question is telling you, the title is telling you, Kerajaan Alam Melayu and Kerajaan Luar. Why do we need to know outsider? Like, Alam Melayu here, we have all these kingdom. And then at the same time, outside there, we have all these kingdoms and dynasty. Why do we need to know that? Because we connect with all these outsiders. Our Alam Melayu kingdom, they have the connection and relationship with all these kerajaan luar. And these are the 3 types of relationship we have. Perdagangan, diplomatic, agama. I guess good. So when we talk about the relationship, you need to know like why all these outsiders, they willing to trade with us. Why they come over here? Kedudukan strategic law, a lot of resources law. Am I right? I think this is the 2 answers idea. No more, no other answers. Not because of the people here are so handsome girl, pretty, handsome boy, pretty girl ma. Sorry, handsome girl lah. Sorry. But you know what I'm saying, right? It's because of 2 things. The location is good and the resources they want. Now, next one here. What are the, how did the religion, like how did they connected with the outsiders through religion? So in other words, they are basically asking you how they share. How they share the religion. I guess with me. And then the diplomatic. Diplomatic is what? We make friends with the negara luar. Example like China, India, you need to know which Alam Melayu kingdom make friends with China and why. So you need to know who and why. Which government, who make friends with China and India and why they make friends with them. That is your chapter 1. So you see, if you follow normal people study method, you will start at here. You need to memorize the 7 kingdom history, you will die. But with this concept here and the checklist here, you're able to speed up your process. Everybody, I really hope that you understand you know how to use this checklist. I guess good. So far so good, everybody, for the chapter 1 here. Is there any question? If you guys have no question, we're going to move on to the latihan. Shall we? So I give you, let's go to page 12. Don't worry, I know some of you here, you cannot finish copying. So I will encourage you to screenshot, okay? Because online, you can screenshot and also you can watch back the video later. And another thing, the answer will be posted in the website. I mean, in the folder lah, where you get the nota, the folder there. So don't worry, do not worry that, oh, yo, teacher, I missed out the answer, then how? Don't need to worry, okay? Now, the latihan behind, I go give you the objective lah, okay? I already stated everything clearly. So please read and try, okay? So do on your own. I'm not going to waste the time to doing that. So I will do the chapter 1, chapter 2 question. So since we go through the chapter 1 checklist, so let's go through the chapter 1 question first. Now listen, I'm not going to do every single question. I will pick, I will choose. So this is how I study. Really, guys, whatever I'm teaching you right now is really the way how I study. Because I know what you guys think. I'm not that good one last time. I know that some of you, you are a reading, but if your study method is a reading, you are a reading person, you love reading, and you're able to score, like by just reading, you're able to score your exam, then continue lah. But if you try this method, but you still fail, because this is what happened to me. I last time study only. I read textbook, read until midnight. I burn midnight oil, but still fail. Yeah, last time we got you didn't, my school last time a bit strict one. If you didn't get 50 marks, then you still fail. You are considered fail. Yeah. You didn't get 50 marks. Now of course they changed the idea. Okay. So this is our last time. That's why I realized that I need to do questions. So you see, because the more question you do, right? The more question you try, right? You realize that their answer is always the same. It's just the way they ask you is different. So you need to familiarize the question, how they will ask you. Example, this question, apakah maksud alam Melayu? Maksud alam Melayu is the keyword. Whether the first word is apakah, jelaskan, nyatakan, berikan, whatever, the keyword is maksud alam Melayu. And I told you already, alam Melayu is a place. So please don't tell me it's a thing, it's a orang, apa tu. So alam Melayu is a place. So we say that alam Melayu, maksud alam Melayu ialah kawasan is a location yang merangkumi means include, which includes which area? Remember alam Melayu, alam is referring to the nature, right? So you need to tell me that it's referring to all the islands, gugusan kepulauan, and tanah besar di mana? Di Asia. Di Tenggara benua Asia. Correct. Or you can just write the Asia Tenggara. The Tenggara benua Asia can, or you just write the Asia Tenggara. So this is how you got 2 marks. You want to separate them into 2 sentences also can, but then you need to adjust a bit lah. You just say, maksud alam Melayu ialah kawasan yang merangkumi gugusan kepulauan di Asia Tenggara. Alam Melayu ialah tanah besar di Asia Tenggara. 2 marks already. Just need to, your Asia Tenggara need to repeat it 2 times. I guess good. And now, apakah istilah lain? What is the other istilah? Apakah istilah lain? How do you describe alam Melayu? Other words. Dunia Melayu, Malay world. And we just mentioned that alam Melayu is a place. And most of our Southeast Asia area are islands. So we call it Malay Islands. I guess good. Malay Islands. Yeah. Now for part C is all the professor names. I believe you can do it on your own, but I'm going to try. I'm going to show an example. So like for this one here, they're asking you to give me the pendapat tokoh-tokoh, which is the following tokoh-tokoh, about the concept alam Melayu. What did all these professors say? So remember, all these professor, always remember is related to aspect geography. The only for BM, the language bahasa, we only got 1 professor only. The rest of all these professor is talking about geography. Means you need to give me the location, the country. So everybody, can you guys tell me? What did the Professor Dr. Ding Chuming say? What did he say? So Professor Dr. Ting Chu Ming said that the Malay area, the Malay world is big or small? It's very big. Ialah yang luas. Dunia Melayu ialah sebuah kawasan yang luas. Okay? And then he mentioned that Alam Melayu, this area include. Now, please remember that Dr. Ding Chu Ming is among so many professors. Among the professors that in your textbook, he is considered the latest one. That's why when he mentioned the area, right, it's all the modern country already. Like, it's already Merdeka as a country. Okay? You can see he starts to mention Malaysia. He don't use the word Tanah Melayu because that is our previous name. So today we call Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei. You want to stop at here also can, but I just give you the full answers. Dr. Ding Chu Ming also mentioned Filipina and southern part of Thailand. I guess all good with this one. So like this, you get 2 marks there. So if let's say, while you're doing this question, you actually don't remember what did the Abdul Hadi Haji Hassan say. And you don't remember the Suhaimi professor said. You don't remember all these things. How? So what I will do is, guys, let me be honest with you. Last time when I'm young, as I told you, I realized that I'm not a reading person. So if let's say I really don't understand anything, I will try my best not to refer textbook. Because the more I read, the more I feel tired, demotivated, because a lot of information. So what I will do is I will check the answer. So this is how I study. I read question answer instead of nota textbook. That's for me lah. So if any one of you realize that you cannot study textbook, why not you try? Read the answer. Example, right now, like Abdul Hadi Haji Hassan, I don't remember this guy. Okay. And I don't want to refer to textbook. So what? I go and refer the answer lah. So I go and refer the answer. So I crop. I show you the answer and paste. And this is the answer. And what I will do is, listen, I got the answer already. I know that I write all these things, I will get 2 marks. So what will I do right now is I will copy down again, of course. But another thing is I will take a different color pen. So example, this is like, I write my answer in blue lah. Now this is the answer sheet answer. So I will write my answer in blue. Okay, I copy down everything. I copy lah. You know, I copy. But what I will do one more extra step is because you see, we human, normal one, guys, when you copy the answer, you copy only without really digest and understand the whole meaning. Okay? I believe you guys also do this, okay? You just copy only. Sometimes you copy wrong, you also don't know. You didn't realize. Because you are not doing it. Like you did not really understand. You just busy copy first, later I go back read. So this is what I will do after I copy everything down. If some of you too lazy, you don't want to copy, it's okay. Then you write down the keywords. So listen, you write down the keyword again. What did he mention? Abdul Hadi Haji Hassan says that geography yang luas. He mentioned that Alam Melayu is a very big area. And then you say that what area to what area? Like I mean, what did Abdul Haji Hassan say? Alam Melayu is a very big area. From where to where? From the Malay island to southern part of Thailand, not the whole Thailand. Because Thailand too big already. This is what I will do. I will write down the keyword. Because I know these are the keyword, the important point. Are you with me? I'm not asking you without looking at the answer. You can still look the answer, but it's just that a lot of times when you copy the answer is on another page, ma. So when you copy the answer, you copy without really understanding it. That's the reason why some of you tell me, teacher, I do a lot of question already, but I still cannot score. Because you are just copy for the sake of copying. You are not really understanding. Oh, okay, Abdul Hadi Hassan, or actually he talks about geography yang luas, geography kawasan, geography yang luas, and then it includes the Malay island and the Thailand. You copy just because your teacher asks you to copy. Oh, teacher right now give the answer, they copy. Are you with me? You see the perspective here? But of course, if all the while you guys study, you score very good marks, then you just continue, okay? I'm just giving you some idea. If you are struggling with this, then you should practice another way. Okay, everybody, I'm going to stop at here for the 1.1 because it's too easy, right? It's like you need to remember the name and the location. So the Professor Emeritus Datuk Dr. Suhaimi, I leave it for you guys to try. Don't worry, we'll upload the answer after the seminar end. Okay? Now let's look at the second page here. I want to do the soalan E. The part E is it looks a bit difficult, but actually it's not. Berdasarkan pengetahuan sejarah, based on your sejarah knowledge, why there are some similarities in the bunyi perkataan dalam beberapa bahasa di alam Melayu. What does it mean? They are basically asking you why the alam Melayu area language. You know alam Melayu very big, right? So different area, but supposedly they should speak different language, ma. But somehow they got the similar slang or maybe similar pronunciation. Fa in the bunyi. It sounds the same. How come? Why? So how do you answer this? Copy down the question, no? Copy down everything. Copy down berdasarkan pengetahuan sejarah. We have the similar sound in our words and language is what? They're asking you why, ma. So you say, because. The language that they speak at Alam Melayu adalah serumpun. Serumpun means similar. And why? You continue explain because like this you get 1 mark only. Serumpun, you say serumpun because the language they spoke at Alam Melayu is a similar language. Why they similar language? Why they all speak the Malay language? So the answer is because BM is not that difficult, right? Sifat bahasa Melayu sederhana. Bahasa Melayu mudah dipelajari. Bahasa Melayu easy to understand. Guys, because I want to be fast, so I write short form. But in exam, you cannot write. Again, did you realize one thing? All these answers is in your textbook. But you look at the question, how they ask you. They ask you until like very kebat. But actually, it's not. They speak the similar language. And why similar language? Further explain, you say that it's sederhana, easy to learn, easy to understand. I guess good. If everybody you are clear with this one, Shall we move on to 1.2? I guess good. Done? Don't copy the wrong part, some of you are. Don't blah blah later copy the wrong part. Look carefully. I'm looking at the part G. Okay, everybody, I think you guys are good. So shall we continue? Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to 1.2. So 1.2 over here, this is what I say that normally your school teacher will ask in the structure. Like these are the list of the Alam Melayu Kingdom. So you can see they give you a map. Wow, this map very good. Wow, they give you all the names. Wow. So what they will ask you? They will ask you is, you see, I purposely I put some tricky question here. Namakan dua buah kerajaan awal. Please give me the two earliest kingdom that located at the Semenanjung Tanah Melayu. Do you know where is Semenanjung Tanah Melayu? West Malaysia, which is here. So West Malaysia, yeah, the potato lah. So the West Malaysia, we have what kingdom located at there? Very easy, right? Very obvious, right? So fill in the blank. So that's why this is what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes your teacher will using the map, but can be different style. It can be like they put the unknown numbers, then they just randomly ask you what is X and Y. Or it can be something like that. So be careful. And this one is very direct. They're asking you for the location and the government center. So how do you write the sentence? Very easy one. Lokasi di mana? Lembah sungai. Funan is always Mekong, the Mekong River. Cambodia lah. Then where is the government center? The government center is at Yat-Hapura. Yat-Hapura. Let me teach you the way I remember. Yat, Viet, the VYAD is like a silent V. So it's like you can pronounce it as Viet. But for me, it sounds like Yat. Yat. So in Cantonese, one is Yat. So remember, Funan is the first kingdom. So the government center is at Yat Hapura. Viet Hapura, Yat Hapura, Yat. 1, 2, 3, 1. I guess good. So same thing goes to Majapahit. Just write something like that. So this one you guys should know lah. West Malaysia, here we got Kedatua and Ganga Nagara. So sometimes they will ask you to list out the kingdom, and then they ask you the location, very random one. So I also randomly pick one or two for you. Now I want you guys to look at KBA. Normally the KBA question for 1.2, they will always ask this. Why the river bank? Why they always like to choose the river as their kingdom to start their housing area and kingdom there? Why they always started nearby the river? Hey, you should know, this one you're from 1, Tamadun. Why we always started our Tamadun, our government, our housing area? Correct. Sumber makanan, tanah yang subur. Very good. What else? You can say we get water supply, transportation, pelabuhan. Perfect. See? Easy peasy, this one. But you need to learn how to form sentence. So again, you need to practice to write it out. Short, simple sentence to do. Will do. You don't need to memorize. Now let's go to 4.3. Now 4.3 blah. 1.3 here. So far, everybody okay? Very easy, So you see, the moment you cover all these things means that you are good. It's good to move on already. Don't waste your time on memorizing. Don't do that, okay? Some of you here, your exam is until chapter 4 or even 5.1. Some of you, right? But most of you, your school, I think, is until chapter 3 only. So you imagine today I cover chapter 1 and 2 for you, then you just need to cover chapter 3 and 4. Easy peasy. Using back the same thing. Do exercises. Most of you here, I think you attended my normal class. So the exercises is enough for you to practice behind already giving you all the answers. So as I said, you really, really lazy to copy the answer, copy the keyword. For those of you who didn't join our class, it's not too late to join. Just joking lah, no promotion lah, okay? But just want to let you guys know, when you buy buku latihan, use just now the study method I teach you. If you struggle with reading, you read too long, then you will sleep. I don't know you guys are, my focus span cannot lah. I need to write. That's why I purposely put so many exercises for you to try. Now for 1.3 here, I'm not going to do this question because it's very direct. You see, they're asking you where is the government center, blah, 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 why they are so famous at Champa, Funan, and the, Srijaya. So this one, straightforward. I want to do essay. Essay is the one that people always cannot answer. So I'm going to do A and C together with you. And then later we move on. Now, uncle government here. Your uncle government, how they become so strong and famous. I told you, the moment you see maju, it means martial. And always remember, I told you that when we talk about kemartialan, like why the kingdom so famous, it's always because of 4 things. And now you need to ask yourself, uncle government, they are very famous in doing what? Like what did they do to make their government famous? Expand the kingdom. What is expand the kingdom called? Expand the kingdom is what? Meluas. Meluaskan apa? Use common sense, guys. Like you, okay, just think about it. Why you even you don't know all these things, right? Use your common sense. Right now, you are just a kampong. You want to become prosperous, strong, and famous. What will you do? You will go and attack. That's the reason why. That's the reason why in the past people starts to attack. Why got so many war? If you watch movie, even until today, you think why they started war? For resources. To expand, to become stronger, to become rich. Are you with me? So expand the empire. And then I believe it will be related to the perdagangan. It's always because of these 2. And then the other 2 is like an additional one. Protection from the ancaman. And then the last one is what? Religion. So if let's say you really cannot remember what is the story of uncle, I don't know, teacher, I don't remember why he's so famous. Write these 4 answer in. Don't leave it blank. Don't simply tembak. Write these 4 answer in. And right now you need to ask yourself, what is the king's name? Uncle government. Uncle government is always about the Varman. So for your context, uncle government got 2 famous king. One is Shuyavarman. 2. Another one is Jayavarman. 7. So right now you know that we have 2 famous king. So you give me 3 points, 3 points. What did they do? So fill in the blank. Shuyavarman meloloskan empire Champa. You get 1 mark. If you remember the location, it will be good. It will be good. But if you don't remember, it's okay. Okay? Then you just continue, right? He expand the kingdom and even created the Jalinan Perdagangan Tempatan dan luar. Angkor. Angkor. Oh, Angkor. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Matthew. I'm a bit blur. Yes, everybody. Shuya Vamandua expand the kingdom of Angkor. My brain keep on thinking like Champa, Funan, all those things. Yes, he expand the kingdom of Angkor, and then he having a relationship with not the local people, but also the outsiders, the pedagang luar. Okay, everybody, are you guys good? And then Shuya Vamandua also successfully saved Champa dan David. Saved Angkor from the attack of Champa and David. Yeah, that's the reason why I keep on thinking Champa, Champa, Champa. Okay? Now, what did the Jayavarman Tujo did? Also the same thing. Meluaskan Empire Angkor. If you remember the area, then write it down all the way until the Annam border. If you don't remember, just stop at the Angkor government. I mean the Empire Angkor. Do you guys still remember he built two things? And this makes the kingdom very strong. Jayavarman II, yes, he built Angkor Thom, which is one of the famous temple, and he built 102 hospitals. I guess good. So this is something special. They're memorized. The name is special. Memorize. And look at the rest. Oh, Champa, David, memorize. But look at the rest. It's all from this. The pattern. That's what I'm trying to show you. Study smart, don't study hard. Don't believe we try to use this format again in your Funan Srijaya. Funan Srijaya, I straight away show you the answer. I straight away show you the answer. So everybody screenshot this. Okay, then I'll move on. Again, it's talking about Kemasyoran. So when we talk about Kemasyoran is talking about these four things. As I say, you need to study smart. So, Funan Sriwijaya, three. You need to tell me Funan and Sriwijaya, who is the king that makes them so famous, and what did they do? You need to give me three. Now, if you do remember just now, I said Sriwijaya is very famous with expand the kingdom, perdagangan, and agama. How about Funan? Funan also expand the kingdom and do tradings. They are very famous in tradings. So, therefore, let me show you the answer. As I say, you don't know how to write, it's okay. So, read the answer first. And this is the answer, everybody. Bagi Kerajaan Funan, Fan Shimen. This is the word that you need to memorize. So, you see, what I will do is I will take another pen, another colored pen. I will write it out. Funan. The king is Fan Shimen. And what did he do? Meluaskan empire. And number two, Funan, because they take over a lot of area, so they control the Jalan Perdagangan Utama and become the center. Pusat Perdagangan Utama. These are the keywords that you need to memorize. For Srivijaya, wow, Srivijaya, you need to remember the king's name. Sangra Mahananjaya. So you need to practice. You need to practice. And then, as I said, they take over the area, become the perdagangan. Remember, Srivijaya is the very famous one. So you need to use the word kuasa perdagangan utama and become pusat pengajian agama Buddha. Do research on agama Buddha. Everybody, I guess, with me? This is what I will do. I will write it down. I will write it down. Write everything down. I'm not writing the whole sentence, but I will write the keyword. Example, like for this one, menaklo, you see why I stopped? Because I know that I cannot finish everything. So I cannot memorize this one. Then I just memorize this three. 6 marks again. Everybody, you good? Can you help me to screenshot this down? So if everybody you done, shall we move on? Yep. Okay, I'll give you guys like a 1 minute to screenshot it. And then if you are done already, let's go to the next page. I will look at the essay part. Again, you need to know how to do essay. Structure, that one you can do it on your own for you guys to try. So you please help me to look at page number 18 if you are done already. Page 18, I'll be back. I go get my bottle very fast. Okay, hi everybody. Come, let's continue here. Let's look at our essay for 18. Page number 18 over here. Okay? Page number 18 over here. Now, everyone, let's quickly look at this. I'm not going to let you copy the answer. I want you guys to screenshot the answer now. So right now, let's look at the 1.4. I'm going to show you the answer directly so that you know what are the keywords. Okay? As I told you, I'm not a reading person. I prefer writing. But sometimes I also don't know what to write. So this is what I will do. I read the question. I read the question. I read the answer. I know it's still reading, but this is faster. At least I know, oh, this one, the question will ask like this. And then this is the answer. I should write like this. Because if you do notice, right, the way the question asks and what you read in the textbook a bit different, but the answer is the same. Did you guys notice that? The answer is always the same, but the question is different. The way they ask you is different. Example like this one, the question is telling you, oh, they're they're having a relationship with the other kingdom. Why? Why do we need to make? Why did the Alam Melayu have the trading relationship with the Kerajaan Luar? In other words, they're asking you why the outsiders, why all these Kerajaan Luar, they trade with us. Why we have this relationship? Because as I told you, number one, the kedudukan strategic. We are very strategic in between the East and the West. Number two, we have a lot of resources. Kekayaan hasil bumi. So that's the reason why we make friends. Trading, only 2 answers, no more. Then how about how they share the religion? How did they share the religion? Now for the Hindu, Buddha, Islam is different. I start from Buddha first because Buddha so easy. Now Buddha is only one answer. Asoka sent the Sami Buddha. One answer. Asoka sent the monks. You don't need to tell me this Pomarinta Empire Maurya. You don't remember which empire he is leading. It's okay. But you need to tell me Asoka is sending the monk to share the Buddha. Like this, you get 1 mark. That's how he share. Now for Hindu got 3. Melalui peranan pedagang, tentera, and Brahmin. Brahmin means religious leader. Religious leader. The one that share religion, in charge of the religion. So Hindu last time used 3 methods: businessman, because they travel to a country. Number 2 is the army, tentera. And number 3 is the religious leader. For Islam also got 3: businessman, leadership, and the religious leader. The what we call the preacher, the pastor. Preacher, the one who preach. Pemerintah means leader. Convert the king, become Muslim, become Islam, then everybody convert also. So there's 1, 2, 3 answer here. Are you guys good? So this is how you should catch the keyword and memorize. And then you learn how to form sentence. So I'm teaching you the study method and how to prepare, okay? And the last one is talking about how did the Alam Melayu Kingdom have the diplomatic relationship with China? Actually, we have a few, but I'm giving you this few: Funan, Champa, Kedatuan, Majapahit. You see, we have a lot of answers, but this is how I do it. Funan and Champa is the older generation, ma. So they make friends with China, and you can see very serious one. They send a messenger, okay, to pass the message, telling China, Funan wanted to do business, wanted to have the relationship with you. And then they even bring up the reason why, like, we want to have a relationship with you because we need your bantuan ketenteraan. And then your Champa is Champa menghantar utusan China, also same thing, send the letter, send the messenger. But Champa is different. You see, Funan, they make friends with China because they need the military support. But Champa is different because Champa killed the Raja Tuan Letong. Remember, Champa killed the David king. And David last time is under China. So they want to restore the relationship. Like this, you get 4 marks already. And for me, I will go for the Kedatuan and Majapahit, the last 2. They make friends with China because of business, trading, and because of friendship. Because China last time strong. At that moment, China is Ming government. Ming government, Ming Chao. So they are very strong, very rich, and very famous. So yeah, this is your chapter 1. Are you guys with me? Don't spend too much of time on your chapter 1.3 and then you miss out the whole thing. Okay? Don't spend too much of it in your 1.3. Because a lot of times students study chapter 1, they spend a lot of the thing in 1.3 and they miss out 1.4. You see, your 1.4 can ask a lot of things. Look at the relationship only. The religion, the trading, and the diplomatic. Sorry. Are you guys good? Everyone, are you guys clear? For those who don't have the notes or you're using PDF file, please screenshot. So everybody, you good? Let's go back to our chat list in 3, 2, 1. Chapter 2, we only got 2 subtopics. One is talking about the system pemerintahan, which is the king. Guys, by looking the name itself, I believe you guys know what type of system they are using. Kerajaan Alam Melayu. What type of system they are using? Raja. So, Sistem pemerintahan beraja. That's why the 2.1 you need to learn how did they address their king. Gelaran. How did they call their king as? Kurung Nam Raja di apa tu? Raja di Gunung, Maharaja di Pulau. Huh? All those Raja di Raja. So Jaya, Vaman, all those names. So you need to remember. Normally this one will ask in structure. They don't really ask in structure and objective is a must, but I don't think they will ask in essay. So don't need to worry so much. 2.1. And the 2.1 second part is talking about management. Who helps the king to manage? So you see, we have the king, yes, but the king cannot do every single thing. So when it comes to the system pemerintahan, the kingdom, the government, the management, we have separate them into two groups so that it's easier for the leaders to manage. So number one is the central government. Central government normally is those important leaders like Pembesa, the general leader all the important one. So you need to remember how did they manage. Now, wilayah is the one that in charge the jajahan area, the colonized area, the extra area. So their job is to make sure peace. Their job is to make sure that everybody follow the rules, pay tax, itu saja. So got different one. This one central government, they are the one they always meet up with the king, plan for the government kingdom. But this one is more like controlling, make sure everybody be disciplined, diam, follow instruction. So it's different lah. I guess good. And you can see I give you another additional question for your checklist is Sabta Prabhu. I realize that your school teacher love to ask this. Who is Sabta Prabhu and what did they do? So Sabta Prabhu is actually from your Majapahit. I teach the Mandarin class student to remember this way. Remember Majapahit is the youngest generation, the last kingdom among Alam Melayu, the last one that started their kingdom in Alam Melayu. That's why they want to be something special. Let me be honest with you. In the government center, central government there, every single kingdom, the king is there and is supported by the pembesa. Kita panggil pembesa saja. We call in general pembesa leader. But Majapahit want to be different. Remember the younger people YOLO youngest the new generation like today 6, 7, So they're trying to be something different. Majapahit said that I'm not just having pembesa, but also Sabta Prabhu. So you guys need to find out who is the Sabta Prabhu. And I will tell you something, Majapahit, they are very open-minded. So they allow girls to join Sabta Prabhu. Are you guys with me? They allow girls to join Sabta Prabhu. So basically your 2.1 is like this. Only got four questions. You need to take note. So what's the type? What's the gelaran? And what is the system? How did they manage? Do you still remember? And what is Sabta Prabhu? Like this, you will get full marks already. I guess good. And then right now, let's look at 2.2. 2.2 is the one that I will strongly encourage you guys to put more time and effort in this part. Because the kegiatan economy is a popular question that always tested in your bahagian C essay. And a lot of people, they miss out. Because they tell me not enough time to study. So later I will show you. If we got time, we try 2 questions. If we don't have the time, we try 1 essay. Are you guys with me? Everybody will get you ready? Now for kegiatan economy, for Alam Melayu, we total have 1, 2, 3, 4. Back then, the people do 4 different activity economy. Number 1 is pertanian. Number 1 is pertanian. Okay, and these are all the pertanian questions. Now, you need to tell me which kingdom they started to do pertanian. Funan, Angkor, Champa, Srija, Majapahit. The rest no more. Okay, now listen. Use your common sense. Okay, when you read all these things, you really don't know how to memorize. This is how I tell myself. When they want you to explain how they plant it. Now, guys, common sense, how you plant a thing. When you want to plant a tree, you need to find the location, right? Then normally you will find where? when you want to plant the paddy, can you simply plant anywhere? No, you need to find a place that has water supply. Hello? Sungai ataupun air. You need to make sure that you have the river bank beside, or maybe there is a thing to supply you the water. Are you guys with me? So you need to tell me the river. Okay? What they always nearby the river. Some of the students they even tell me, teacher, tanah yang subur, okay lah, sama saja. The tanah must have the water. Are you guys with me? So what did they plant? What's the main thing they plant? Paddy. Yeah, what's the main thing they plant? Paddy. Other than paddy, what are the spices and the pertanian lain? This one you need to read through. What did they plant out? What else they plant? Banana, bunga cengkeh, buah pala, nutmeg, lada hitam, black pepper. That is under the category of rempah ratus. Now, how about beret? Beret, this one very famous. Beret, who built beret? Or what is beret? Beret is actually a water pool. You know swimming pool? Swimming pool is for swimming, right? Beret is water pool to store water. Which kingdom built it? Anyone wants to try? Hey, this morning, just now, sorry, not this morning. Just now got people give me correct answer leh. Why you guys so quiet? Okay, I know some of you cannot remember. Let me teach you. Let me save you, okay? Beret, Angkor kingdom built it. Just remember in this way, Angkor government is the only the A+ student among here. He wants to score A+ in pertanian. Kiasu, you know, fear to lose. He don't want to be the last one. He want to be the number one, the best. So you see, he built beret. Actually, Angkor got river one. He got river. He even got the lake. Tasik Tolesap. He got the river and got the lake. But he worried. What if not enough water? How? So he built beret lah. So that's why now you understand how I memorize it. Angkor A+ student. He wants to do the best. Be the best of the best. Which is a good thing. Be the best of the best. Don't be so lazy and too chill. Pertanian, the first activity. These are the 4 questions that you need to take note. Number 2, it's about perdagangan. Why is it so important? It's important to do perdagangan because it's a way to develop our economy, to get resources. It shows that our location is good. Now, you need to remember the pelabuhan's name. Okay, this one is difficult. To be really honest with you, until now, today, I still cannot remember all their pelabuhan for each and every single kerajaan. But what I can do it is I try to remember one. Each kingdom, at least one pelabuhan. Hey, this one I managed to do it. Write it down lah. Funan is Okyo. And a lot of people, they ask me, teacher, how you remember though? I cannot though. Write it down. I told you I'm a writing person, so I prefer write it down. Like Champa is Turan. Kedatua is the Sungai Mas. Pangkalan, Sungai Mas. This one is Pangkalan. This one only got one, Palembang. See, I prefer write it down. So if you cannot, if you just read, you cannot remember, write it down. First time cannot remember, you write down already, still cannot remember. Second time, second time, third time, fourth time, practice makes permanent, You will remember one. Until today, I still remember. Especially for Funan and Sriwijaya, I can really remember because they only got one. And they are very famous one. Funan, Okyo, Sriwijaya, Palembang. We repeated this Palembang in chapter 5. Correct? Majapahit, I a bit forgot already lah. Because they got too many pelabuhan. Angkor, let me think, Angkor. Suddenly can remember. Angkor, I cannot remember. See, I also cannot remember one. So you need to practice. Write it down. So really, guys, I encourage you at least one. One contoh. And then for the contoh hasil, what do they sell at the pelabuhan there? Everybody, this one you attend my normal class or physical class, you know. I didn't really ask you to memorize every single thing. I asked you to study smart. Remember I told you? Memorize the one that repeated the most. Among the 7 kingdoms, what did they sell? A lot of Kerajaan Alam Melayu they sell. There's a wood that has a scent. Very good scent. Come on, what's the wood called? Gaharu. My suggestion, gaharu, rotan, dharma, guarding gajah, elephant tusk. I suggest you all to memorize this. Kapo barus, good one. Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. Anything else? Yeah, these are the one that commonly asked. Don't write like gold. Like this afternoon, got student give me gold, the Mandarin class. It's not that you are wrong. It's just that it's not common. Only a few kingdoms have, but this one is at least more than 3 to 4. Yeah, that's why I say study smart. Okay? And you need to tell me they make friends with China, India, Arab, Parsi. You need to know, what did the China, India, Arab, and Parsi want to buy from us? What are the things they want to buy from us? What do they want to buy from Alam Melayu, AM? And what do they sell to AM? AM is Alam Melayu. Like example, China, they sell tea to us. And they want to buy what? They want to buy anything that has the ubat function. Because China people, they want to give it to the king. So that the king can have a long life, you know. Yeah. Eternal life. For India. Now for India, right? India, what do they sell to us? They sell cotton cloth. Cotton, kapas. And what do they want to buy from us? Spices. Arab and Parsi, they sell the barangan kaca. Barangan kaca means like the glass. The glass. Yeah, everything made by glass. So they sell all the things that made by glass. And what do they want to buy from us is the spices also. Then example like gaharu. They wanted to buy gaharu a lot. And then the rest of it is like, what are the hasil hutan, hasil laut? And what is the function of it? Example, the bird nest is act as a makanan and is for kesehatan. In the ocean there, the sea cucumber, gamat. Sea cucumber is also act as a makanan. Right? And then what else? Pelombongan, mining. They mine perak and emas. And what do? Like they do the processing part. Example, they collected gold, and what they will do is they will melt the gold, process it, and then make it into the gelang, necklace, earrings, jewelries. Example, like they plant paddy. Do you know they use paddy not just to act as a nasi. Paddy also they crush it, make it into the powder, and they do bihun, mee. They use rice to make mee. Your Maggie mee, the mee, M-E-E. I guess good. This is what we call pembuatan, manufacturing, processing. This one, pelombongan mining. So this is how you should revision. And if you are very good with it, then you take. If you are not clear with that, then you revision. You read the textbook lah or whatever lah. Okay? I guess good with this one? Yep. So before we go, I want to talk about the essay. Okay? Shall we discuss one of the essay, which is your 2.2? I would like to look at the essay question, which is the page 21. I want to do this question. I show you the answer. And let me, as I said, how I do my revision is, after I finish the checklist, I look at the checklist, I know that I can remember everything lah, okay, obviously. So then I just do latihan, practice my knowledge, see whether I can apply it or not. Most importantly, is not head knowledge. It's not about you reading a lot or less. It's about, can you really score? Can you really perform in your exam? Are you with me? So I hope you guys understand this. Don't just rush to, I study finish already. Study finish is a good thing, but make sure you're able to score. So everybody, can you see here? This is talking about the pertanian, obviously. You see the paddy field. So they say planting paddy, yeah, the paddy field is one of the main activity economy. Can you tell me what are the 3 reasons why they plant paddy? Why people back there always plant paddy? Why they don't plant other things? If you ask me, I will really say that why people plant paddy, because it's rice. We are Asian. We need it. We eat rice. Anyone here, if you didn't eat rice, you will feel no energy. Anyone? I mean, it's an obvious thing, right? So how do you write in exam? We plant paddy is to get rice for food, makan. So how do you write it? Nasi merupakan makanan ruji. Number 1, essential. Ruji means essential. Okay, I know some of you will say, teacher, I don't understand this word. Okay, change. Utama. Utama means main. Change the word, become main. It's the main food, source of food, right? Yun Shan. You didn't, you know teacher Ruyo, teacher Ruyo BM tutor, another, there's one of our TTC BM tutor. She didn't eat rice, right? She will feel no energy one. I'm a noodle person. I prefer noodle. I also eat rice. I also need to eat rice, but if you ask me, I prefer noodle. She also okay with both, but it's just that I realized that my friend, she didn't eat rice. She will feel no energy, and then you can see she very tired, like want to sleep like this. Then I say, but cannot eat too full lah. But no matter how, one day must eat rice the whole day, full day. You go out with her, you need to make sure she eat rice. She need rice to get energy, or else you will feel like she want to pengsan already. Some people like that. So it's like a very important and essential food. So for me, I will memorize this. Nasi merupakan makanan ruji ataupun makanan utama rakyat. I guess with me. Number 2, why they plant paddy? Because the land is subur. Hey guys, for information, when you want to plant paddy, right, you need a lot of water. So it's not like oh, whatever also can plant, everywhere also can plant. No, only those areas that are very fertile, very good, very like very they got enough water supply. Only they can plant. That's why you look at my answer. Tanah yang subur, and they got the water supply. The river or the lake is the water supply. Are you guys with me? So this is the very typical question. See, sometimes it's not in your textbook one, This is what I want to tell you. Sometimes your school exam, they give you the answer, right? They ask you the question, right? It's not a typical textbook question. You can't find all these answers in textbook, but you should know. Now, this one is talking about explain how they plant the paddy. Last time, the Alam Melayu people, how did they plant the paddy? Which is just I told you. Funan, Angkor, Champa. Actually, Funan, Angkor, Champa, Srivijaya, and Majapahit. But because I just need 6 marks only, so I only focus on Funan, Angkor, Champa. These 3 kingdoms enough already. Okay. Remember I told you, when you want to plant paddy, you need to find a good place, a good location, the land. The land must be subur. There must be nearby the river. Correct? Enough water supply. So you see how I write the sentence. Funan, Angkor, they are all nearby this river called Mekong River. That's why the land is so subur. On top of that, they are not just nearby the river, but they also nearby a very big lake. Tasik yang besar. And the Tasik is called Tasik Tolesap. Like this, you get 3 marks already. And furthermore, your uncle government, I told you, hey, listen everybody, your uncle already got the river, Mekong River, already got the Tasik Tolesap, but he still felt that it's not enough. He wants more, he wants what? He wants more, more water supply. That's why the Angkor Kingdom built barrage to store water. And that's why your uncle able to harvest 3 to 4 times per year. This is a crazy amount. 3 to 4 times a year. And then lastly, Champa, they need a ketua air to in charge of terusan and dike to make sure the water don't overflow and destroy the agriculture activity. Because because your Champa, when during the raining season, right, the water will overflow. Water level rise up and it will overflow and it will causes like mini panjil. So that's why the ketua air needs to make sure everything is like, everything is in control. The water don't overflow. So they will make sure terusan, the man-made river, is functioning well. Dai is actually the big stone that blocking the water to prevent the water overflow and flooded the kampong and the agriculture place. So for me, I will go for these 3 kingdoms. And if you look closely, right, I also worry that your school teacher may test you this in the essay, 8 marks. I give you 8 marks answer. You don't need to write all. 6 marks only, ma. You give me whatever you remember lah. So far, everybody, I guess clear. See, Funan and Angko already can cover everything. But I give you extra, Champa. I guess with me? Okay, the last one before we go is about other than the paddy, we have rempah ratus and tanaman lain. Please explain all these rempah ratus. Now, when we talk about rempah ratus, everybody, do you know what are the rempah ratus we have back then? Bunga cengkeh, buah pala, and lada hitam. And then for me, I will go for this lada hitam. I told you, black pepper is easier. Where can we plant? Last time, Alam Melayu people, they plant black pepper at where? Sumatra and Java, which is Indonesia there. So only Alam Melayu area here, we able to plant black pepper, all this bunga cengkeh. That's why this is the place that you can buy all these things. On top of that, we also have all these pertanian lain. Example like banana, kekacang, kelapa, sayur, buah-buahan. All these are pertanian lain. So total here, 1, 2, 3, 4 marks there. Everybody, I guess good with this one. So everybody, I guess good. Yeah. So this is one of the example about pertanian. The next few pages is about perdagangan and also activity yang lain. So please try to do the exercises, okay? The answer will be posted in the website. And you can see the last page here. This is the kebat soalan. Everyone, please remember to protect the QR code. Don't kena the water, okay? So the kebat question and the answer I will post it here. Already posted lah. So you scan the QR code now, you can get it. Okay? So everybody, that's all from me today. I hope whatever we shared to you, the checklist, the study method, the way how you do the practice, I hope you learn something from me today lah. Okay? So that it's easier for you to prepare your exam and everything. Okay? Don't panic. Okay? Okay one, everything is easy one. Everything is in your fingertips. So put tape over it lah. Wow, it's good idea eh. Macam like laminate lah. Okay. No lah, just be careful lah. Because I scared some of you you later bring to kopitiam or you eating breakfast and you study. So everybody, you all know what is the checklist already lah. Okay? If got any question, you can ask me if you are my normal class student. So the rest of you, if you guys have no question, that's all from me lah. Okay? So please remember to check the topics that, double check and see which one you're not so sure, then you go and study. The rest, if you are okay, then do questions. Okay? So if you guys have no question, that's all. Bye-bye. Go and have your dinner. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.